Well, first off, I mean, LD 1776, I actually spoke on that Margaret Village. Democrats know what an issue it is for nursing homes, especially in rural areas. And, we tried to do everything we could to make sure that there was funded put towards that. I'm confused still why, it was said in there only $4 million, but it's actually $12 million with the federal match that hasn't been given out to the nursing homes. That would be one way to help ease some of the burden. We were certainly interested in working towards something else. The governor is inaccurate when he talks about some of the Democrats and Democratic leadership not wanting to come in. What we said consistently is that show us what you want for a plan, so that you heard it yesterday, Representative Chase, Senator Flood, both said that the appropriations should work on this before the legislature was called in. It makes no sense for the legislature to come in and everyone sit around while appropriations works on something to make the nursing homes better funded. So there's no reason why we couldn't have been working on this except for the governor's refusal to sit down and actually talk with people and want to decide what to do with this money. We do not want to step into and it was unanimously declined by appropriations to go after that $5 million from the Fund for Healthy Maine, because it causes a lot of other problems in healthcare with people. If there is savings that the department has found, then fine, let's sit down and talk about it. But at no time have they been willing to sit down and talk to us about where these savings are coming from and what the legislature could do. And on top of that, since 1978, the legislature has come into special session 37 times. Only once was it not by the governor calling us in, and that was during the state shutdown in 1992. There's no reason at all for the governor not to call us in, except that he doesn't have a plan that he wants to share with us to actually work on. And so, I tell you point blank that my heart is very much in for people in rural Maine and these nursing homes, and I will debate with anyone where my priority is. But you can't call the legislature in when there's no plan, and the savings that Commissioner Mayhew was talking about. She never even told you today where they're actually coming from. She just said that there were savings. How do we know? So until they're willing to sit down and have an honest discussion about this, it makes no sense to call the legislature in.
Well, it sounds like the governor's saying he doesn't need to. They're going to go ahead with it.
Well, then why has he been carrying on about calling the legislature in and making this big thing about the Democrats not wanting to come in? It's not just the Democrats, it's the Republicans also. They realize that it makes no sense to come in, and I agree with you. That was my point too. If he doesn't need us, then why is he making this big campaign rhetoric deal? There's no doubt that there's a crisis in nursing homes, and that's why we put the $12 million into them. But to say that the Democrats aren't supporting it and don't want to come in, that's just unfair and untrue.
So it's surprising at all to hear that there's all this savings in the Medicaid budget when we've been hearing for the last 2 years about what a crisis the Medicaid budget is.
Well, there's no doubt. Everything you hear is that it's an awful problem, it's eating up state government and all that, but now there's all these savings. But that's the point, is that we don't get any of this information from any of the commissioners or the governor. He's refused to sit down with presiding officers, and you can't make these types of decisions like that. If it wasn't such a serious problem for the nursing homes, I would just call this campaign rhetoric. But it is a serious problem. But the way that he's going about it, in my opinion, is completely wrong, and something that is unfortunate for the nursing homes, because we're not getting anything done.
Thank you.
Thank you.